I know some of us want to hold on to the name of Robert E. Lee. It holds a sentimental value, but history tells us sentiment and history are not the same thing.
Much of the same ideas expressed in the August meeting were expressed again. Like if the name of Robert E. Lee is changed, calls to change John Tyler might come in the wake.
I think if you're going to change it, I agree with the speaker, which I don't agree with most of what he said. You have to change John Tyler too. John Tyler was a Virginia slave owner, member of Confederate Congress. He is not a person of good character if you've read it.
Among the speakers was one lone student who said she'd like to see more money go to supplies than to a name change.
We do need supplies for our campus. There is not enough copy paper for the teachers. There are 6 of us in my photojournalism class that don't have computers because there aren't enough to go around.
And ultimately comments surrounding the history of the high school, which was built following Brown versus Board of Education, made the moral argument.
Just a few years later, Tyler builds a high school in the white part of town and names it after the military leader of the Confederacy, a failed 4-year movement to keep slavery legal. Named after a man with no ties to Tyler or even Texas, a thinking person can draw no other conclusion than that this was done out of racism and bigotry.
At the same time, comments saying that to do away with the high school's name is to erase history itself.
You might as well burn the history books, change other names, statues, as other oppressive groups do. Other areas of the country, even though the majority of citizens do not want to change, the powers that be change anyway, sometimes in the middle of the night. That doesn't sound like America.
It would be possible to refute all of these other arguments. For instance, I know I'm not going to forget history if you change the name of the school.
Comments lasted 30 minutes, then the board continued with the rest of the agenda. Doug Murray, Good Morning East Texas.